Hi, everybody. This is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I have on the line with me the amazing Lucy Stewart, who's been a longtime student and friend of Commanding Wealth, and she's one of my clients, and I just love her so much, and she graciously agreed to come on and do a little interview with me and share some of the things that have happened with her and the One Command and Commanding Wealth. So welcome, Lucy. Thank you.
Good morning, Catherine. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Hey, Lucy, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell people what it is that you do.
Hi, I'm Lucy Stewart. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm basically government relations consultant. I help people when they need to do development in any of the jurisdictions in Southern Nevada. I help them through that process.
Okay. And how did you first find out about Commanding Wealth?
It was actually in the middle of the recession, and given my business, my business is the beginning of a project for development, and so if the economy is going well, I'm usually the first one to boom, and if the economy is doing poorly, then I'm usually the first one to crash and burn, period. I was looking during this period for a way to save my business, my home, basically everything, because my income dropped by 2/3. And I'm not sure how, but the One Command just came across my vision. And so I ordered the program and I worked on it. And then you had a program in Dallas. And so I grew up in the Dallas area. And so I thought, oh, well, if I can go to this and visit my family as well, it's a win-win. So I signed up for it. And then that's when I met you in person. And took the class. And I thought, it was, I think, for me to learn how to be a practitioner. And then I figured even if I didn't become a practitioner, it would help me with the One Command to do it for myself. So I did it. It was a 3-day conference. I think I reached out to you before the conference. And we chatted a little bit. And then I came to the conference and learned how to be a practitioner. And the one thing I kind of remember about the conference, you know, they talk about in the One Command, just any law of attraction item is sort of coming up with something simple like a cup of coffee or a parking space. And I wanted some help because in my neighborhood, we have sidewalks on one side of the street, and I happen to live on the side with the sidewalks, and people walk their dogs, and they let their dogs go to the bathroom in my yard and don't bother to clean it up. And so I'd asked if there was a way to accommodate, to eliminate that or reduce it or to accommodate it, because I think that's a horrible way to be a neighbor. And we actually worked on that in front of the class. And when I came back to Las Vegas, I wasn't getting the gifts from the dogs in my yard quite as frequently.
It was a small thing like that really convinced me of the One Command. We might believe that, people could, have money come in or, miracles, here's the great job. But when those little day-to-day annoyances that just seem like we'd have no control over shift, that is the truth in the pudding to me. So what else happened as a result? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was going to say, kind of in that vein of things that you can't control, I tend to call you, or I'll text you and say, hey, I sort of need an emergency session, because I know for my life to be in harmony, my vibration has to be at a certain level. And when, especially like during the recession, when all the bad things are going on around you and to you, it's kind of hard to increase your vibration. So as I said, I always come to you and you kind of calm me down. And one time my accountant, I was trying to get caught up on my taxes, and I paid him a ton of money, and he was actually being exceptionally rude to me and just mean and sort of picking on me. And so you and I had a session, and we talked about it, and you said, well, let's clear that up first. Let's get rid of that. And so you sort of worked what you commanded on I think the accountant and me and him. I'm not really sure how you did it. It was almost kind of like voodoo for me. And the minute we hung up the phone, I got an email from him basically apologizing and being super nice to me. It was just amazing that it happened that quickly.
Yeah, because when you make the shift, it shifts everyone in your world, too, and even in a different way.
And the best one, sorry. So the best thing that you did was that my income went down by 2/3, and so I, of course, was I couldn't pay for anything. I was afraid of losing my house, and I had finally worked with an attorney and got a mortgage modification, and then but I had a second on it, and I hadn't really worried about that. And you and I talked about debt, and one of the commands was that people would forgive my debt, and I followed what you said. I repeated what you said, but in my mind, I just went, nobody's going to forgive my debt. It's just not going to happen. And I doubted it, but even doubting it, it still worked, because I came home one day and I had a FedEx envelope in my door, and I went, oh, yeah, now I'm going to lose my house because of my second. And I opened it up, and my mortgage company decided to forgive my second, which, had I asked for it, I totally would have given credit to you, but I didn't even ask for it. They just did it. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm still going to say credit, because yeah, because, there was that, but that idea actually was already within you, but you didn't know how to accept it, right? I mean, it was, I feel like I was kind of like witnessing what was already there, right? And then, so that's where the command is so powerful, because a lot of times we deny our own intuition or the signs that we're getting. And so by commanding on it, it opened that portal. It says, yes, I'm agreeing to that this potential's here. So that's exactly how that happened. And so you had these miracles, the economy got better, business growing, and then still, you and I get to work together. But you've also started referring people to me, and why is that?
Well, I mean, granted, it was great to have my second, and that was years ago, but I now use you as my coach for business, in that you help me get clarity, focus, and again, it's sort of, you help raise my vibration, because I do get insecure. I put on a good act and people think, oh, she knows what she's doing, but my insecurity pops out, and you help me find the warrior in me. And so I love my friends and my colleagues, and so I want them to be successful. I know a lot of people want themselves to be successful, not everybody around them. I want everybody around me to be wildly successful, crazy successful, and I think you're the key. That's why.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And there's some people that when they think about commanding wealth, they go, well, no, money's okay. Why would I take a commanding wealth program? Why would I work with Catherine?
Well, commanding wealth is not just money also. And one of my focuses, because the recession, of course, wiped out my retirement, is to come up with a retirement plan, and I have one, putting a certain amount of money in the bank, but it's my business. I don't know how to achieve that. And since I've been working with you, all of a sudden these opportunities have come to me, multiple ones that would put that, and it's a significant amount of money to put that in the bank. So I feel like now I have choices where I didn't before. So like I said, it's not just money. It's financial freedom, or have a retirement, or maybe it's just getting the business that you want. And it seems like you're able to make me believe in myself that I can do it, and then you help open, I guess it's the portal, or I don't know what it is. But
what we do with this magic, but we find it. Yeah, because we've had multimillionaires in the course, and I have multimillionaires as clients. And I'm going to confess, I am not a multimillionaire at this point. Because I had a big setback, but I seem to be helping a lot of people that, getting money was not necessarily the challenge. So why would someone who has money, do you think, how do you think working with me or working with the One Command process could be beneficial to them?
Well, I think just the person I just referred to you, and she's, I think, signed up to do one-on-one coaching with you. So she's a millionaire, and she has money, but her comment was, I have probably 10 more years that I can work, and I need to be focused and directed and driven, and I think I need help with it. And after she talked to you, she decided you were the one that could help her. So, I mean, everybody, I think I'm a big fan of coaching anyway, and I think everybody could use coaching and direction, and even coaches have coaches. So why wouldn't you? I guess that would be my comment. Why wouldn't you want to use you as a coach?
I think thank you. I happen to agree with that, but thank you very much for saying that. Well, if someone were not sure about taking Commanding Wealth or working with, the programs that I offer, and I know that people go, well, you're a friend, you told her what to say, but I don't know what you would say here. And you were very gracious to agree this. But if someone said, well, I'll take this class from Catherine or this program and this process, but I'm not sure, what would you say to them?
Well, how are you ever sure on anything? It's sort of, you try it. You give it a try. I gave it a try, and it worked for me. And trust me, during the recession, I probably spent every dime I had buying all the different programs that could help me, trying to figure out a way to get out of that hole. And this was the only one that worked for me. So, because it didn't put the blame on me, and it also allowed me to sort of release it into the universe and basically give it over to God or the universe, or whatever you want to call your higher being. So it was. So my recommendation is always try it. At Christmas, what I gave my girlfriends. I gave, I think, at least 10 gift certificates for you, and I forgot to sending them the link, and I've been bugged to death, and I finally just did it, and they're all going, thank you. I've been waiting for this. They can't wait to come talk to you.
And I got to tell you, as a coach, that is the highest praise anyone could ever get from their clients. But knowing Lucy and her standards, this is super high praise, and I'm just truly grateful for that. And Lucy's absolutely right. We tell people, try it, it works. And, she talked about, we surrender to the universe, but we're actually coming in as being that conscious creator of our life and stepping into that authority, and you're co-creating. So you're not holding that tension and that fear of what if, and there's just this level of confidence. And then you can surrender because you know who you are and how you can receive and what you're capable of doing with the blessings, right? So that's where we're working with that.
Right.
Well,
I learned that it's not always immediate, and you have to, and also I think you help teach me to recognize the signs that it's, because it's like you don't always get exactly what you ask for, but you get what you get your answer, but it may not be black and white like you think it would be. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It works for me. I buy it as a gift for all my friends because I love them. I want them to be successful too.
Well, thank you, and I love you, and I want you to be successful. Thank you so much for taking time to jump on with me today.
Sure, of course.
I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right.
Anytime.
Well, thank you so much. And I think you're going to a game after this, so you go have a ball.
Thanks. No pun intended.
Right, bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Hi, everybody. This is Catherine Perry, the